Morning and welcome to a seed of encouragement. I got a word. I called it redeeming the time. The word of God in Ephesians 5:16 say, redeem the time, for the time, the days we live is evil. He said, see that you walk circumspectly as wise, not as fools. You know, the worst thing you can do is grieve God by wasting God's time. How do you waste God's time? You waste God's time by procrastination. We procrastinate what you're supposed to do. You say you do it now, you do it tomorrow. You keep procrastinating, you never get it done. What you have today to do, you say you do tomorrow, you won't do it. You procrastinate a lot. Everything you have plans, you have visions, but you keep putting it away. Child of God, get up. This is the time for you to get up and begin to put those plans in motion. Put movement to it. Put work to it. You've talked the talk, you've studied. Put action to it. Faith without work is dead. Get up and put some action to it. Stop procrastinating. How are you delaying God's time? You delay God's time by disobedience. You disobedient to the will of God. You do not follow the will of God. You are a child of God. There is a will that God said, this is how you should live your life. We do not live it. We do not obey the commandments of the prompting of the Spirit. You do not obey. You are all over the whole place. How can you harness your time? When God said he has a talent, he said that he has 3 servants. One he gave 5 talents. The other he gave 2. The other he gave 1. The one he gave 5, trade with it and have 10 more. The one he gave 2, trade with it and have 2 more. The one he gave 1, went and buried it, never traded, never utilized the time. Child of God, you're going to stand before God and give account of what you use with your time. Time and chances happen to all of us according to our ability. God knows the ability, the talent he gave to you. That's why he gave you the grace to do it, but you will not obey one thing that God is saying. You will not obey what the Spirit of God is saying to you. You will not do it. You spread yourself thin. You are all over everywhere. Working on different people's vineyard, not working on your own vineyard, because you are living other people's life. You live other people's life by having malice, by gossiping, by whiling away your time doing nothing, by holding grudges, by losing sleep. Instead of you to lay it at the feet of Jesus, you worried about everything except you being what God has called you to be. You waste away God's time by shrinking back, by holding back with fear. You let fear hold you back. You let fear keep you at your comfort zone. Nothing ever happened at comfort zone. Ask everybody that been through all that become great today. They never made it from their comfort zone. They have to drag themselves out of their comfort zone. If you do not pull yourself out from your bed, the body doesn't want to go. We know the body doesn't want to do anything. The body doesn't want you to eat right. The body doesn't want you to exercise. The body doesn't want you to do anything on it that will stress it. But you have to get yourself out from the bed. You have to put your butt out from that bed and keep on running and do what you're supposed to do. You have to, child of God. You can't just be wasting away your time, wasting away your chances, wasting away your opportunities. You have to redeem the time. You have to use your time wisely. You have to redeem the time that you have lost. If you know the time that you've lost, you have to redeem them. Some of you build career, build business, never in your children's life, never in your family life, never forgive nothing. You have to go back and begin to redeem. Pick up a call your children, call who you need to call, build that relationship back up, redeem it if you still have it. Some of us left our parents, we don't attend to them. Redeem the time if you still have your parents. Make up that time back. You have opportunity you have lost because you look down on people. Go back and redeem those time. You have people that will be an example that God has put in your life to lead you, to be an example. But no, because you're so disrespectful, full of pride, full of self, you lose the opportunity. The Bible is telling us in this Ephesians 5:16 that The time we're living in is evil, that we have to redeem the time. Hone it down on yourself, child of God. Point that mirror down into your heart and think what you're thinking. The Bible says, whatever you treasure of your heart is, that's how you channel your life. Because your life is your thoughts. Whatever it is you see, you are living or doing, that is your thoughts that you are living. So you have to hone it down on you. Shine the light on you. Shine the mirror on you. Stop judging one another. Judge yourself. Put yourself and judge yourself and see, am I doing what God has called me to do? Am I actually living a life fulfilling of a child of God? Do people have to really look at me and see some Jesus Christ in me? Or am I just all over the place spreading myself thin? I am just the only one that is good. Every other person you judge, every other person you look down on, you are not even child of God. No more playing around and playing foolishness. Paul is telling us this is the time for us to harness ourselves. You can't be sitting on the fence. The earth is waiting for the manifestation of the children of God, and you're still sitting back there, burying your talent, not investing the talent that God has given you for what God has called you for. I said nobody ever gets anything in their comfort zone. You have to break out from your comfort zone. You have to break out from self. You have to break out from you, because you are the one holding yourself back. Some of us will say, she's out of my life, so I'm living my life. You are even the one that is the one holding your life. You are the storm, like I speak last time. You are the storm raging everywhere. You can't keep a job. You can't keep friends. You can't keep anything because you have a storm raging on you that you have not sit back and see what is in you that's choking you up. They say if you can have anything, if you don't have love in your heart, you cannot live in a place of hate and you call it love. If you have love, everything will radiate. It flows like a river. It's empty. He empty himself. The river empty himself out. Empty out yourself, child of God, in which you, God, and the word of God. Empty yourself. See if you're under the will of God. See if you're actually living the way God wants you to live. See if you are redeeming the time that God gave you to live. See if you are using your time wisely. Because if you are using your time wisely, child of God, honestly, there are battles you will not engage in. There are places you will not be. There are people you will not hang with. There are people you will unhook yourself from. That's why the word of God said, be not unequally yoked with an unbeliever. Somebody that doesn't believe what you believe, somebody that doesn't even have the same IQ of your thought or thinking, the same kind of orientation you are. You can't be around that people. How do you begin to, you are light, child of God, and you can't put your light and put it under a table. Your light is supposed to be on the hill and shine. And he said, the Gentiles will come to your lighting. How will the Gentile come to your lighting, child of God, when you are not getting up and trading with the talent that God has given you? Today, God is telling us, God is actually just telling us we should redeem your time. We do not have time. You think you have time, you do not have time. The one you have, you are using it to gather every sickness, because when you are filled with self, all you gather is sickness, wrinkles, anger, diseases, high blood pressure, diabetes, everything eating you up because of your thoughts. Toxicity that you think that toxic to your body. That's what you get. Toxicity. Today, the word of God is actually warning us to redeem our time. That we should walk wise. That we should trade carefully. Because on that day, you'll be standing before God and you're telling him what to do with the time and chance that he gave you. Child of God, use your time wisely. They say time is health. Time is money. Use it wisely. Let us make this affirmation. I am disciplined and committed to managing my time efficiently. Everything I need comes to me at the right time. I am always at the right place at the right time, doing the right thing. Time and season belongs to God, and he makes everything beautiful in my life. So help me God. I love you. Have a wonderful time.